Okay, so now we got some The View news, which somebody had to send to me, and I'm like, I already had that on my docket, but apparently we're about to get more episodes of The View because they announced today that the week beginning January 11th, you will be getting The View on your TV screens 7 days a week instead of five. And I was like, okay, well, hopefully you're not all gonna be talking. I was like, oh no, don't tell me y'all gonna be talking about Donald damn Trump 7 days a week. But according to EW, they said the Hot Topics table will extend its reach to Saturdays and Sundays as the ABC daytime talk show announced Wednesday that it will now air 7 days a week thanks to its new The Weekend View streaming series. The show's Friday panel, including Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, Anna Navarro, and Alyssa Farah Griffin, will host the new 30-minute weekend edition of The View on the network's ABC News live streaming platform, with moderator Whoopi Goldberg sitting out for the spinoff program as she typically has Fridays off. Now, Haynes announced the news on Wednesday's episode of The View, noting that The Weekend View will debut on Saturday and Sunday mornings beginning this week. The Weekend View will be produced by the same Emmy-winning team that handles the main series and will center on headlines from entertainment and buzzy topics from social media versus The View's politically leaning content. Segments from producer Brian Tedder's Behind the Table podcast will also air throughout the episodes. So this is a way what y'all trying to do? You're trying to use this as a way to promote that behind the views that podcast that she does with Brian. I'm like, I don't care about that damn show, but I do watch The View. I watch it and I look at it as sheer entertainment. The political stuff they talk about on that show, I just be like side eyeing the whole time because I'm like, oh please, this is all corporate propaganda. So I don't really watch it for the politics. I just have it on in the background as I'm working. But if they're deciding to go in more of a direction of entertainment news and that sort of thing, and stuff they pull off the social media, which they've been doing anyway on the show, I'll be relatively interested to hear what they talk about. And the women sans Whoopi always seems more engaged whenever they talk about those other topics, whenever they talk about relationship stuff or things they pull off Reddit or entertainment based things. To me, that seems way more entertaining because Whoopi's so far up in the bubble of being an EGOT and being in Hollywood and stuff. She always seemed like, yeah, she don't want to rock the boat. She don't want to say anything, negative or whatever the case is. So she always seemed like she's bored when she's sitting at the table, like she's there for a check. So the good thing about them doing this weekend show is the fact that Whoopi won't be there. And Joy seems like she's well rounded when she wants to talk about things. She's pretty much game when it comes to any of the hot topic stuff that they talk about at the table, be it politics, pop culture, whatever the case is. And I do feel like one of the things that I've always taken away from whenever I watch a lot of these shows, be it The View or you watch Wendy Williams, which Wendy Williams was good with the hot topics, but she was not good with talking about like social, political, type of stuff. Whenever she would talk about that on her show, she always sounded like an idiot. So one of the things I've always prided myself on, especially if you're going to get into this type of space, you have to be well versed in talking about everything and anything. If there's certain things I'm not good with talking about, I won't talk about it on this show, which is why a lot of times when I do my specific show, I talk about not only pop culture and gossip, but I also talk about movie news. I talk about music. I talk about TV. I talk about everything because I engulf a lot of that stuff. And I grew up engulfing a lot of that stuff. So I feel like that kind of observation trained me for being able to be well-rounded and talk about this stuff. And to me, I always feel like, you know what, it's about time The View starts skewering and talking about other things because y'all been too heavily into the political stuff that it almost becomes a turnoff. When it's like let's bash Donald Trump and all this, and don't get me wrong, I am not a Donald Trump fan, trust and believe, but the constant just talking about it, it's just like doom and gloom and it's stressful. And it's like if I want to get into knowing what's going on with the politics, then I'll go over there and I'll watch Secular Talk with Kyle Kalinske or Sabby Sabs. Um and so if I want to so that way I have my ear to the street of what's going on with politics. But for the most part, it's like I'm here for this idea. Now I'm gonna watch it this weekend and see what they talk about and if it's entertaining enough. If it's not, I'm gonna tune out. But I was actually thinking when they said this, I thought they was going to hire new people and bring them in just to do like a weekend segment. But that'd be a whole new contract, whole new check, and all the other stuff. But they're letting the women do this show, so I'm wondering how they're doing this. Are they filming this and it's just gonna stream and air? Or, I mean, on Fridays, like this is just, they're filming Friday show, which is live, Saturday and Sunday, all in the same day. And then it just airs, or is it going to be live? I may have to go back and read up on that. Did it say that it's going to be live? Because they said it's a 30-minute weekend edition of The View on the network's ABC News. Oh, it says live streaming platform. So if it's just because it's on a live streaming platform, doesn't necessarily mean that they're streaming it live. Because you can record something and then just schedule it to air at a certain time and just post it up. But I guess this is the way of trying to promote the streaming and all that other stuff. Because YouTube, I mean, I think this current season of The View, this is the first time they've actually started airing The View on YouTube. Before, they never used to air. They would put clips up and that was it. But now you can watch full episodes up there. I remember Wendy Williams started doing that before all the other, shows started doing it. Then now all of a sudden everybody else, well, not everybody, because I was like, Kelly Clarkson should do it. Jennifer Hudson, all of them should be posting their shows live on the YouTube and all that stuff, but they don't. But Sherry does, Wendy Williams did, and now The View does. So I kind of wish Tamara Hall would do the same thing too, but she only posts clips of her show, which is why I always forget to even check it out and see what's going on. So I say this to say, if you're a View fan, what do you think of this news? Are you guys excited to hear that The View is going to be airing 7 days a week instead of 5 days a week? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.